Always knew that I was different, just a cut above the rest. I only started rhyming as a self-made test. Wanna claim top dog, gotta rise above the best. All you other suckers clowns, some jesters in jest. Make peace with your existence, no you won't need a vest. But the game don't need you, take 5, get some rest. You a bird in the street, musta fell out of your nest. That means you out of place, move along, don't be a pest. Meanwhile I take the throne and continue on my quest to be the best that ever done it, coming out of the Midwest. I'm the reason they ain't fund you, all investors invest in my endeavors cause they better and you'll higher interest. I'm just talking shit, I'm sorry, but no lie, I've been blessed. Watch the show now, go on, and I wish you all the best. Alright. Dave, you ready?
Let's do it.
So just like the opening of Poison.
Good.
You ready?
What?
I'm ready.
What? Yeah, I'll open the song Poison, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
You ready?
okay. Wow. Yeah, I just got that.
Yeah, anyway.
I must.
Well, hello YouTube world. Welcome back to Kiona and Kasson podcast. This is episode number 19.
Oh yeah.
Moving along swimmingly here. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So, I am your host Adam.
That's
Here
a
with my
hilarious term. Swimmingly. Swimmingly.
co-host, my brother Osama, who can just never let me get through an intro.
Well, you said the word swimmingly.
I mean,
Yeah.
swimmingly wait
did.
until, you know, it flows on over to your side. Alright, and then my other co-host, Dave, on the left side of me.
And hello.
Hello to everybody. Welcome to all the new subscribers we've gained over the last week.
Thank you all.
Glad to have you on. And welcome back to everybody who has previously been a subscriber and is rejoining us this week.
Yes.
Indeed.
Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, so might as well just jump in to things, you
I
know?
think we could jump into things,
Yeah,
yes.
so,
We started the camera.
I noticed, you know,
We are recording for a reason.
in recent episodes, I realized that the intros of how our week has gone have tended to run a little bit longer than we would like to. So, in lieu of that, any big events that have taken place for you this week? I'm gonna go ahead and assume probably not.
No. Just like normally, just like usual.
Swimmingly?
No. The week did not go swimmingly. I'm assuming swimmingly means smoothly, right? Because that's just a fancy, weird ass way to say it. So, no, it snowed and it's been cold. But other than that, it's just working. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Same old shit.
Yeah.
Another Friday.
Okay. Another Friday, but Fridays are good.
Fridays are good.
Fridays.
Another Fridays are good.
What about you?
Yeah. So I actually had something big, we did something big. It was my birthday on Thursday.
Right.
So this weekend, on Sunday rather, we went to Michigan.
Oh,
We
shit.
took a trip up to Michigan, on a brewery tour.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So we hit 5 places. We started off at 18th Street. That's in Hammond, Indiana.
Okay.
Then almost just across the street is their sister program or sister brewery called the Sour Note, and they just make sour beers,
Okay.
barrel aged sour beers.
Not my thing. I probably had the one across the street from it.
Right.
I'll be at 18th Street, y'all.
No, right. I mean, to each his own.
Right.
So at 18th Street, we had their killer brunch, which is awesome. They had their new maple, I think it was maple coffee or maple vanilla stout, and that was incredible.
I think I could probably get with that.
Yeah, definitely like a dessert beer.
Okay.
For brunch, it's really good with like chicken and waffles.
That's great because I really like brunch.
Right.
So.
Brunch is dope because you can get drunk.
Of course.
Not that you can't get drunk other times,
that
but
is the most perfect excuse to get drunk. That early.
I mean, I'm grown. I can give you any excuse.
Well,
I
yeah,
want.
for sure.
But no, that is awesome because you're in a social setting. You're usually eating.
Yeah.
Give me a social setting with food and beer, and I'm usually pretty on board.
It's pretty fucked up though. Like brunches start at like 9, 10 o'clock.
See, then that's the thing. Yeah. So like,
I'm all down for drinking
Of
from 10
course.
o'clock on. So
Sure.
let's do it.
But
But
I mean, really, yeah, like 10 to 2 should be that window. But
For
then
brunch.
again, I'll eat for brunch.
or for drinking.
Yeah.
yeah, the
For
brunches
brunch.
usually end
For brunch.
around
For
3
brunch.
o'clock.
They do.
2:30.
I mean,
3 o'clock.
realistically, listen, I'll eat any kind of meal, any kind of day. To me, the social norms of eating like particular dinner foods at dinner time. No, fuck that. Listen, if I want pizza at 8 a.m., who's gonna stop it? You know, and if I want fucking eggs at 10 p.m., we'll do that too.
Sort of.
Yo,
Yeah,
breakfast
and I totally
dinner's
agree with
dope.
that. Yeah. So we did brunch there at 18th. Food was amazing. They have great chefs. The whole staff is killer. Beer was on point. We had a bunch of their IPAs. They showed us some new shit they were doing, that they haven't really released yet. Yeah, it was just a really cool experience. And then we were at Sour Note, and it's odd. I'm not saying this in any derogatory way, but like no one was at Sour Note when we went in there. It's just kind of empty.
Sour beers are terrible.
No, there's a lot of people that will disagree with you. But yeah, like myself.
Fucking sweet
Like
tarts in a
me,
beer?
for
Like, what the
instance.
fuck is this?
Like, I absolutely disagree with everything you're saying.
It's so much more than that.
I know, I'm just being a dick.
Surprise, surprise.
So we
Surprise,
walked in
motherfucker.
there. No one's in there. We sit down right away.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What's that?
Blue eyes, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What is that?
That's from
That little viral video of that guy just walking around. You're just saying.
But the surprise motherfucker's from Black Dynamite, right?
Yeah. Well, there's probably some other.
Do that shit before I got in the room.
There's probably some other underlying thing, but that's a great fucking movie.
Yo, Black Dynamite's hilarious.
Well, Black Dynamite. I sell drugs in the community.
Yo, that's a funny one. My bad, man. I didn't mean to take away from it. But no, Black Dynamite's funny.
I mean, this is definitely, I think, an ideal like birthday celebration for you.
For me, yeah, totally.
Hell yeah.
This is all her.
It was within one day or shit.
Yeah.
That's a good drunk day.
It was like 2.5 hours all the way to our last stop, Michigan, and then like 2 hours back.
No, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
We were back before like 8.
It's a good day.
Yeah. So we went to Sour Note. No one was there, so we were just kind of chilling with the brewer. His name's Oz. Really cool guy. I'm not sure if you're watching.
Scale 1 to 10. How sad was Oz?
He was cool. He was like 6.
No, I'm saying like how sad. He was like 6 on the scale.
Oh, so yeah, like
why
how
won't
sad,
anybody drink my
so
beer?
He was like a 1.5, 2. Yeah. He wasn't sad at all.
Oh,
He was just playing his music and just like chilling.
Nobody's drinking my beer.
Oh, that's the
Well,
picture you put up on
so
Instagram,
yeah,
right?
right. So before we got there, like we drove past it, and I looked in. I was like, "Oh shit! I didn't know this was open." And there were people in there with them.
Okay.
So yeah, but when we just got there, it was empty. But so yeah, he was super cool. He walked in right away. He told us about the whole program, and I'm sort of familiar with it. Candace and I went to their very first bottle release at 18th Street.
Okay.
And so yeah, we just love that program that they're doing. He welcomed us, gave us a few samples, and the stuff was just like fucking killer, man. Like peach sours, raspberry sours, like just yeah.
This is when you know you're about that life. When you travel from state to state to go to breweries.
I
remember we went to Three Floyds in Munster one time.
That was actually after Sour Note.
Really?
I was gonna get to that. Yeah. No, go on.
Oh no, I mean that's just a
Just a little
passing thought.
tidbit of information for you.
If you haven't gone to Three Floyds Brewery in Munster, go.
Yeah.
Three Floyds is I mean, for the most part, I'm sure most people who like craft beer know
They should.
Three Floyds.
Is Munster, Indiana, where Munster cheese comes from?
That's actually where Herman
That
Munster.
could possibly. That quite possibly could
Great question.
take
I
me
have
from
no
eating
idea.
Munster cheese.
It's actually
Because
where
like you
Herman
feel like it
Munster
should be made
is
there,
from.
obviously.
No. If it is there, I don't want to eat Munster cheese anymore. I hate Indiana.
Yeah, and it stinks. The minute you
Indiana
go in
stinks for sure.
Fuck.
It's mostly-
I should have said that.
It's true.
It's a very biased opinion.
What, the state of Indiana gonna boycott
Every
us
time
now?
the minute you cross into Indiana, you smell dirty cheese.
It's corn
Yeah.
and racism.
Well, yeah.
Listen,
You can't
Well,
smell
yeah.
racist.
okay, I want to say I think that
It's a tangible feeling.
It's just different.
It's mostly Gary that has that.
It tastes like racism in the
I
same.
think it's more so obviously the factories that are right
Well,
there
right.
when
So you
drive
cross the
in.
Skyway and you get to Gary, and that's like where you get most of the nasty funk from.
It is. Yeah.
And let me tell you something. If you Indiana people are offended by this, I don't care if we lose a viewership.
Yo, the best thing in Indiana was
We have like 54 followers or subscribers.
everybody that subscribes.
Like, goddamn.
Like, goddamn.
I mean, I love you, Indiana. Well,
Right.
Y'all are probably cool, but the state stinks.
actually, no, they're not. I'm sorry. Listen, I've been to Indiana enough, different parts of Indiana enough to know that y'all are some weird motherfuckers too. I'm straight. Y'all stay there. Subscribe to somebody else.
God damn.
Anyway.
My father's from fucking Indiana, this and that. I'm unsubscribing now. Like,
That's gonna be what it is.
Your father probably knows if that's the case. If you're that person, so.
Oh man.
but so anyway, to get back,
Right.
so we're at Sour Note. Oz is really cool. Gave us samples and stuff.
Shout out to Oz.
Shout out to Oz, definitely. It's really getting ready to leave.
Your beer will catch on one day, bro.
It has, and they win awards. Don't even.
I'm just fucking around, man.
So, well, I'm just letting them know that. Yeah,
If Oz was here, I'd say the same thing to Oz.
probably.
I don't know him, but I'm
Maybe.
assuming he'd be cool.
I feel like you wouldn't. But
I would.
whatever.
What do you got to lose? I mean,
Only one way to find out. Let's bring Oz on the show.
That's it.
like Oz, I defend.
Kiona.
Oz, prove me wrong. Where are all your customers?
You might. You just might. Yeah.
Where are your customers, Oz?
The views and opinions of Osama do not reflect that of the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Dude, I don't even fucking know Oz. I'm talking about a theoretical person in my mind that I would be like, hey, dude.
Yeah, but then they go to Sourdough and be like, oh yeah, you're Oz, huh? Like, the guy Sam was talking
Like,
about.
you're those
Oh,
guys.
that's awesome.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not.
Why
You're a
not?
dick.
Actually,
It's not like you were talking shit about him.
that
I'm
would work
not
out
talking
well
shit about
because
him.
if somebody went off the words of Osama from the Kiona and Kasson podcast to go and visit Oz, you're welcome, Oz.
Yo, Oz, fuck that. If you got some people coming to your place because we said some shit about it, you getting some money.
He said some shit about it.
If he gets business, then fuck that.
At least
You
you're
gonna
saying
make
those
money,
people-
that's cool.
At least send your new customers.
They can't be
to
mad
Kiona
at me
and Kasson.
because people are coming over there.
Yeah.
He ain't got customers in there.
Anyway.
To anybody that comes there is one more customer that he had previously today.
Anyway. We're done with
You
that.
said no. I'm just fucking.
So yeah.
Sorry, viewers.
Yeah, I kind of don't even. All right, I don't even know where I'm just going with this. So yeah,
You got Oz's number, didn't you?
Oz was great. So as I was walking out, or not walking out, rather, we were grabbing our shit to buy it, and
You're ready to check out.
yeah. So we got like our bags and shit, and Sam buys, and he's like, oh, Candace said it was my birthday, so he's like, oh, it's your birthday. Just hold on real quick. So he runs in back, and he came out with this stout from Florida called Hunapoo Imperial Stout.
Hunapoo.
Yeah, it's named after
Like a native tribe.
exactly, yeah, some kind of Native American connotation there, but
I hope so, because otherwise Hunapoo is just a weird name, but
No,
Florida is a
it's-
weird
yeah.
place.
he's from Florida, but yeah, he's a sour brewer from Florida. But so he gave me that, and I was like, and that stuff's
So that's where we get to the bottom of it. You don't want to speak bad about Oz, because Oz is cool to you. Oz is probably cool to me if I met him, but I still think it's hilarious to think about the fact that nobody was in his sour beer shop.
Still,
I see why Oz left Florida. Because in Florida, you're on the same level.
That's
as
America's
me.
Wang.
No, Florida's just full of weird people. I actually read a story the other day.
God
No,
damn
listen. I read a story the other day, and it was about some guy. He stripped down, jumped into an alligator pit, got bit by an alligator, jumped out, and then jumped back in.
I'm not finished with you, motherfucker.
I mean, Florida man
No.
is
Florida men do
well,
this.
so right.
Yo, we've said how
The
many.
term Florida man, which is coined from Atlanta, the TV show.
Oh.
Florida man does what, whatever, it's always some crazy shit.
So
Florida man is always some weird shit.
Florida man is like a general term for just a weirdo in Florida.
General term.
Can it be a man or a woman?
Sure.
Oh.
I think they might distinguish that.
Opposite shout out to all you Florida mans. And
Real.
And opposite shout out to
Florida
Glenn.
mans, your mans,
All your
Florida
mans.
mans.
Opposite shout out to Glenn too, just because we're late
Yeah, like I was saying before we had to take a break.
before we got on Oz's back.
Yeah. Oz, went back, grabbed a special stout from Florida for me. Yeah, he just brought it out, said, here, this is for you.
Pretty
And I
dope.
was like, dude,
He's like, yo, I'm not selling any of these to you.
Got a surplus.
Nah. So yeah, I don't know, that was just really cool. Like,
Yeah.
people don't really gift like that to people that don't really know.
No, that's really dope. That is really
Especially
dope.
if you're like that, so.
That's definitely what's up.
And then he told me I should go to the anniversary party, and then there's like a little share, a little beer share with all the brewers. So I can meet some
That's
brewers
dope.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely pretty cool.
So we're doing that, and I'll see you soon. 18th Street, Sourdough. But after that, we went to Three Floyds.
We didn't get any food, which they have like world-renowned food. Like they're really known for their food as well as their beer.
Mm-hmm.
They have amazing chefs at 3 Floyds. But we got their dessert. It's a churro flan cake.
Mm.
It was good. It's just the churros were hard. You know?
See, I don't like flan.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a big.
I'm not a big
fan
flan guy either. No, but
You'd be like, let's get flan. I'm like, fuck.
Candace loves flan.
Fuck flan.
See, I like Tres Leches. That's my
Of
favorite.
course.
Yo, that's probably the illest cake out
really
there.
is. Yeah.
Whatever it is, yeah.
A good Tres Leches
Right,
cake
I
is
was so
fucking dope.
right because like you can definitely fuck it up.
Yeah.
There are places that
You don't want my
do it
3 milk cake, just 3 different milks.
because you're not even saying it the way it should be said. Like 3 milk cake, no one wants that.
3 cake milk.
Sam's 3 milk cake, nope, I'm straight.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
No, I don't want any of that.
3 milks cake.
Nope,
I don't know what the
nope. But yeah,
Tres Leches is 3
that is,
cake.
that is the direct
3 milk.
translation. Yes, you're right.
It is a cake made of 3 milks.
It is. Yeah.
Trace of
Yeah,
the...
fuck you guys, man.
But yeah.
That's for you, Oz.
3 Floyds. Yeah, the churro cake. Those, churro flan cake. It was good. The churro's kind of hard though, but the beer was dope as well. Or as always, rather. So that was pretty cool. They had a salted caramel barrel aged barley wine, which I know is foreign to you guys, but
Salty caramel?
salted caramel.
Damn holiday
barrel
winter.
aged.
I think I can fuck with that.
Barley
That
wine.
sounds like right up my alley.
It's 14%.
And a beer, though?
Or like 13%. It is.
I like a savory
Yeah.
something. So I don't know if it would translate to beer, but I'd be interested.
Yeah.
You know?
You'd want to try it.
I think you can already see where I lean toward,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Because I'm not a big sour guy, but
You don't like things too hoppy.
I don't know. It's fairly hoppy.
It's fairly hoppy. That isn't, that's like a moderate hop beer.
And I think this is probably where I would have buck stops.
Because
Although,
what you're tasting is also wheat.
yeah,
So, yeah.
no, I really enjoy this beer. This is one of my favorite beers. Lagunitas, little something, something.
Dude,
Yeah. That was one of my first craft beers.
off the tap?
Me too. I'd have to say probably.
Off the tap is...
Off the tap is dope.
Fresh off the tap is really good.
Well, so I feel like craft beer kind of took on a little bit of a different definition. Because before you can argue that, like, Fat Tire is a craft beer. You know?
It is.
The craft beer before used to just be Goose Island, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Goose.
Because and then for some
and
reason
then
the
Revolution.
the
That was
floodgates
like the
open.
very first, like.
the floodgates opened at
Independent.
some point, right? Like,
Yeah.
why did it end up? Why did it seem like for so long they had like
There's just a really big market. I mean, there were always homebrewers that were brewing their own stuff that was way better than what was out.
Right.
But,
But
so
they-
you
but I
notice
mean,
that people
the
are making
main-
money doing it.
Well,
and
so
then-
well, so
For
not
the
only that, but
mainstream,
those
they-
homebrewers were like, "Yo, if we get funding for this, we can really do something." You
well,
know.
think about
Or
like
people were like, "Yo,
and
I want to invest in you."
Think
I mean,
about
there's
grocery
obviously
stores
some
now,
room
though,
for beer
like-
in the market, you know?
think about grocery stores like Jewel, right? Back in the day, didn't have such a huge section. You had like the big whatever they were, like the big, let's say 10 beers.
Yeah.
Now you create there's literally a plethora.
Like, you couldn't have too much space for beer nowadays.
You know, it's crazy.
Three
But
Floyds was one of the first. They were like '96, I think.
okay. When would you say that this
But they're generally local
current
first.
wave?
Exactly.
When would you say this current wave like began? Like this?
So what, like 10 breweries to a state wave, like that type?
Yeah.
Right. Within the last
Decade, maybe.
within the last 10 years. Within the last 10 years, for sure.
Because I remember people remember Summer Shandy came out. Oh, that's kind of craft. It's kind
It
of
was-
crafty
it was
shit.
crafty.
I
Yeah.
hate fucking.
It was just something new.
Summer Shandy is shit.
It was something new. It
Summer
is.
Shandy tastes like lemonade. Literally
That's
lemonade.
because it's lemonade and
But no, I mean, there's no beer. It doesn't taste like beer. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Like,
It doesn't.
it just tastes like a decent lemonade.
honestly, I
It's just
enjoy
something
them
you
from
drink
time
when
to
you
time.
kind of want to get drunk, but you don't really want to get drunk.
I enjoy them from time to time.
when
That's
does
something-
that happen?
So
I'm not, like,
a
really
kid's
ever-
birthday party and like you're with your family.
Wait. A what?
Like you're like with your kids. You're
But
like at
where
a kid's
at?
birthday party.
A
and, like-
kid's what? I don't go to those. No, I go only select few.
Oh,
The ones that
Like,
like
the
The
ones
ones
that
that
I-
be trying to drag you to Kid's birthday party.
There's always like,
there's only
what you up to? Oh, vegan.
yes. But
adults like our beverages.
I only go to the kids' birthday parties that matter, like the immediate ones. The
We're
ones
not
that
drinking this shit, trying to get drunk, and like, oh fuck yeah, get it. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, I want to sip on something like that's not gonna be.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, but I would rather.
still
But I'm
getting
saying
drunk.
if you had the choice, you're not sipping
I'm
on
not
summer
really
shandy.
drinking summer shandy. Yeah.
It tastes kind of like. So I hate like Pabst.
Yeah.
PBR is terrible.
Yeah,
It tastes like backwash.
It's college beer.
It's college beer.
Right, but some people still really like it.
Oh, they enjoy it, and they're probably saying that we're crazy for not drinking that.
Well, it's the same thing with Old Style, with fucking Miller, which I can't stand.
Budweiser,
which is a little bit better than Miller, but still
I
terrible.
think Budweiser might be the best one out of all of them.
But the
and I don't
domestic
like
ones-
Bud Light.
I prefer Bud Light over regular Budweiser.
Yeah, I do too.
It's plastic.
It's all
It's
disgusting.
all terrible.
Plastic water.
It's all terrible when it comes down to.
That's why we do Stella
if
most of the time on
anything,
the show.
maybe a Coors Banquet beer is good.
I'm not a Coors guy.
Coors Light is nasty, but like
I've never
Coors
delved
Banquet,
that deep into it.
Coors Banquet is
Coors
like the
Banquet?
classy
It
Coors.
is.
After I discovered Heineken,
It's really
I stopped
funny,
going
but
there.
It's
that's
just
true.
like a full beer. Like it just tastes kind of good. Like you wouldn't expect it, and it's like, damn, this is okay. I'll drink
Okay,
this.
Coors, why would you not just have this as your regular Coors?
That's how I feel about Boston Lager from Sam Adams. Like that's a genuinely well-made beer.
I will say that. I will say that it is a pretty
Yeah, I'm
decent
still not a
beer.
fan of that stuff either.
I also
But-
like their winter lager, but I mean, I'm not like a fan. You know,
There's only one time of the
if
year.
it's on tap somewhere, yeah, I'm gonna drink that.
Only one time of the year that I designate for a domestic draft, and it's St. Patty's Day. One green beer, one time.
Literally,
a year.
you will not catch me
I
drink
never
a
drank
green
beer,
beer.
fuck
ever.
that.
I do it in spirit of the holiday. There's a lot of
coloring beer. Stop it.
shout out to the Irish community.
My
in Chicago.
my tongue is green.
Right.
Fuck you.
Guys, listen. There's an enormous
Throwing up
Irish
and shit.
population in Chicago. You know.
This green slime.
No,
Just off the
I'm
strength.
not saying fuck Irish people. I'm saying fuck green beer.
Yeah, just in general.
I think it's cool they dyed the river green. I'm not drinking that shit.
Well, we are, I guess. Like, you know, right?
At some point, I'm sure it'd be.
You know.
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
Not important. None of what we have been talking about as far as.
I mean, it's fairly interesting.
Not with
I
as
think
affiliated
I'd
with
say
anyone.
I'm
Yeah.
halfway through my
But
trip.
it's actually dope though because like I mean, I know that there's some people that do have watched that enjoy beer. Like
Yeah.
you know, I've kind
No,
of
no, what I'm saying, nothing important outside of what happened in Dave's story, which we have gone on 12 tangents
It's
from.
all right. But I think a lot of the topics today are going to be really probably shorter.
Are you new to this podcast? Our topic is always short. Then there's another 45 minutes.
Are you new to this
Generally
podcast?
short.
It's always going to be long.
It's not even long. That's not the problem. You said that the topics are short. Yes, in a way, you're correct. But then we started the
The
topic.
tangents are not.
We take this turn, and then we come back down into the topic and go to the next one.
It's all right, you know.
I suppose. Anyway,
So,
continue.
Next
then
one.
yeah. Then we went to this place. It's called Burnham Brewing.
Burnham.
Burnham Brewing. Yeah. Burn M. Like that.
Right. This.
Yeah. Really small. Not a discredit. But it was packed as fuck, which I guess is a drop for him, you know.
Hey, Oz.
Shut up. Shut the
You
fuck
got to go
I
through
shouldn't
it.
even said anything about that at all.
Burnhamville, what's up?
Anyway.
You gotta go holler at them. And shit.
Anyway. Apparently we're both new to this.
Got a bunch of new cats in here today.
So Burnham Brewing, place is packed and went in there.
Where is that?
That is in Michigan City.
Okay.
I've been to Michigan City one time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my first, or our first time there. At least I'm not sure if Candace been there before, but Burnham Brewing, walked up in there, you know, they got their merch section right next to their where they pour beer. So I was looking at their merch, and the guy's like, you know, if you need any help with anything, want to taste anything, let me know. So I was like, naturally, yeah, I'm gonna taste a little bit.
Like, no, I don't want any.
Because I never
came here
had
to
their
use
beer
the bathroom.
before. I follow them on Instagram. I've followed them for like 2 years now.
The guy who with the brewer. This
Burnham Brewing, yeah.
It's
I
only. Is
followed
it usually
them.
just one? Okay.
And then, I also follow the main brewer, Rob.
Okay.
Right.
Is that how that usually works? There's one main brewer
Yeah.
in all places?
Well, there's a brewmaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And how do you achieve brewmaster status? I would do.
You gotta
I
probably
think,
become a master of
dude,
brewing.
that's a pretty dope
So,
fucking title to have.
There's a Cicerone
Brewmaster?
test. Cicerone. So you guys know what a wine sommelier is?
Mhm.
Wine sommelier is like a wine expert.
Okay.
And then the comparison for beer would be like it's called a beer Cicerone.
Cicerone. That's actually really dope.
Yeah. So, and I'm also like training for that, like studying for that. Yeah. But it's like a master craft, or like a master at beer. Like he'll know how to make it the best way, or just how to make it in general, or he just knows certain tasting notes.
And that comes with what? Years, right?
Yeah,
I'm talking probably 10, 20 years.
People are like, older, and they're just getting their.
That's your ultimate goal?
Yeah, definitely.
Where
Yeah.
do you intend to be a brewmaster?
I mean, there are young Cicerones that are our age,
So you're trying to be a Cicerone, or you're trying to be a brewmaster, or both?
Both. I want to just conquer.
You should provide. You should do just and not to have to put you on the spot, but a good idea for a vlog for you could be like a weekly beer of the week.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Because you're always fucking with new beers, so you never know. They may want to like a suggestion. It don't have to be long, but you could probably put together like a little thing like that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Because also that exposes you to a new audience.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, continue your story, please.
So they
forget
gave
it,
us some
that's why.
tasters and stuff, and one of their most famous beers is Dark Side of the Moo.
The Moo?
Yeah, play on Dark Side of the Moon.
Right.
With the black spots of the cow?
Yes. Yeah, I think. So it's a chocolate milk stout, and when you drink it, it tastes.
Is it thick?
No, it's I don't know. It's kind of creamy. It's just a big jolt of chocolate, and then you get like this smooth like nitro like stout finish.
I'm interested.
There's no bitterness to it at all.
I'm
It's
interested.
just it's not overly sweet. I was digging it hard.
Is that something I can get here?
No, you have to go there.
Damn it.
They do not distribute.
Yo, you definitely do need to.
Oh, they
start a
don't
beer
distribute?
No, outside of their brewery, they do not distribute. As far as I know.
Do you feel like that's a good tactic?
Yes, that's how everyone
Exclusivity?
gets started. Yeah, you come to them.
Microphone
Dude.
Microphone doesn't distribute?
Oh man, well now yeah. So like they started out just brewing outside of other breweries. There was like a gypsy brewery type deal where they just went wherever and just kind of
Wherever somebody would have time
were
to allow them.
allowed to use their equipment.
Okay.
Which is really cool. I think.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Tight-knit community of the beer
It's
world.
like the
It seems like it.
the beer like brother sisterhood has grown so much. in the
It
last
seems
5,
like
10
it's
years. It's just
because-
people help people so much in the industry.
I think it takes a particular person. Right? Like
Just good people.
Right. No, I think
Genuine
everything I've seen,
people.
they seem very genuinely good.
Right.
Right? But I just mean it takes a specific soul
Oh yeah.
to want to do that.
Yeah. You
You know
want
what I
to reach
mean?
out and actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
Because that
it.
is a big deal. I mean, yeah. But so anyway.
You're right. He needs to start a podcast on beer.
Yeah, microphone. They started out. I hope I'm not wrong on this. I want to say Pipeworks. I'm not sure on that though.
We're gonna have to. We gotta go there, right?
What?
We gotta go there.
It's a microphone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there yet.
Oh, I told you I've been.
Oh well, we bought bottles,
You gotta
but I
go.
haven't sat down and had
Never
draft.
been.
We should go do a little vlog.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
They got some good beer, man.
Oh, they have amazing beer.
Yeah.
Truly. Yeah. They're top probably 10 right now in Chicago.
Okay.
But so anyway, Burn and Brew. Get back to these guys. I had their
This is gonna be a long podcast. It is. I don't care today.
I had their Dark Side of the Moo, their chocolate milk stout. It was great, stellar, not overly sweet, just a really good beer. I hate saying brew, so I'm gonna say beer. Yeah.
Say whatever you want,
But then I was like, that beer's amazing. I'm gonna take however much I got, and then I was like, let me taste some of your hoppier beers because I'm a hophead. I just love hoppy beers. I hear you guys do really well, in that region. So he's like, I got you. He's like, gave me a little pour. He's like, that's 14 buck chuck. It's the name of the beer. It's all Citra hops. It's 100% Citra hops.
Is that a play on the $2 chuck? Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But like
Yeah.
14
But
bucks.
14
First of all,
yeah.
my name ain't Chuck, and I ain't spending $14 on this little shot that you
I know the story of that $2 chuck.
I don't.
So I was told.
Is it just cheap liquor? That's what I always thought it was.
From what I understand, and I could be incorrect, but
that's not a play on this. This is amazing.
I think the story goes that I think a guy had created this wine.
Yeah.
and something happened between him and his wife or significant other, and in order to like get him back, she sold the wine because it was worth more. She sold it for $2, and I think. That could be a myth. That could be a myth, but it's pretty fucking funny.
I've never heard of it.
Like, wait a minute, what? $2?
So is that just like a blanket statement for any trash ass liquor that you're drinking?
No. Apparently, it's a good wine.
He had more than one.
$2 Chuck is like a wine, and they called it that because instead of charging a lot of money for it, which I guess it could be, out of spite, I guess she wanted that. Sold it for $2.
Well, that's great, but is it still $2? Because if not,
yeah, I think it's $2 Chuck just to fuck it to spite him.
It's probably just whatever.
It's fucked up, but I mean, just a little tidbit of information.
No, right.
That's kind of if that is 100% accurate, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny shit.
Yeah. So give me a taste of this. $14 Chuck. It's all Citra hops. It's the only hop they use, and it's just really clean. Like almost no malt flavor. That's just like a IPA I love, so I bought X amount of cans of this.
X amount.
I do not want to disclose that.
Enough to get me through.
This is a very good beer that I don't get often and I can't get around here, so
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Is it north of 50?
No, way less. Yeah.
North of 20?
Less.
15?
We'll say around that.
Okay. I feel like that's not that many bottles, being that they sell 24 packs.
Sure.
But I mean,
I feel it. Sure.
I mean, because if you're gonna, it's only for special. I get it.
Anyway, so after Burn Brewing, we went to Transient. Transient Artisan Ales, and those guys make world-class beer. Probably top 5 in the U.S. right now. I guess in my eyes, I'm not sure how they're actually rated, but they're just killer. They have a barley wine that's bourbon barrel aged. It's 14.7%, and it drinks like cognac. It was fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy, bro.
I was like, this is just straight alcohol. Like, how is this beer? But like, that's not. But it was amazing. Like, I never had anything like that in my life. There was vanilla, there was cinnamon, and like these ingredients aren't added to the beer at all. I'm just tasting these. Like, that's just the notes that pop from the beer. It's just vanilla, cinnamon, caramel, just like in your face, like the whole time. But you get like this cognac finish, man. It's just heat, you know.
The fact that you can break down those little hints of taste that you experience there, it's
another testament to the upcoming podcast.
The kind of sewer of beer that you are.
Yeah. Look out for Dave's podcast on beer.
Yeah, barrels usually give off like that vanilla.
You heard it here first.
Flavor.
I hope so.
For the most part.
You about to do a podcast.
So, got a few hoppy beers from them too.
Where's that at?
And I got a sour from them that's blueberries, cherries, and blackberry.
Oh, that doesn't seem very good to me.
Okay, yeah.
It just seems like too much of a mix. Too citrusy.
Okay.
In a sense.
Where's
that at?
Digestion.
Where is that?
Transient is in Bridgman, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bridgman.
And was that the last
Which is
stop?
about an hour and a half away. No, last stop was Greenbush Brewing Company. They're in Sawyer.
Okay.
Michigan. And yeah, that was the end. At the end of our trip, we were like, I don't know, kind of winding down, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were just sampling a little bit here and there. And it was just,
Hey, I mean, I'm assuming by the end of that, you're just like, okay.
Yeah, because you can't have too much because you're driving out of state and all that. So you know,
this is true.
But we get there, we just pigged out. They have some of the best food. They have some of the best barbecue that I've had.
Dope.
The briskets.
Man, I can go for some good.
So this was like a 2-day trip for me?
No, this was
all in one day.
2.5 or 3 hours, you know, there, and then like 2.5 back. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Our whole point was to just go out, kind of pig out, try new food, and then just buy a bunch of
enjoy the day.
and just bring beer back home to just enjoy it home.
I have that plan after this. To just go and pig out on some food because I haven't eaten shit
Yeah,
all
I'm
day.
hungry as shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that was the end of that. But big thank you to my wife Candace.
Yeah.
She truly killed it.
Shout out to the wifey for doing her thing.
It was all her plan. She made the whole route and all that. So
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
Pretty dope.
yeah,
definitely nice.
yeah. And thanks to everyone at the breweries.
Shout out to you, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Oz, man.
Yeah.
I don't think you should take that seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
Yeah.
what happened to your week, Adam?
It was a relatively
It's nice shit.
It's just a really nice shoot. It is.
It is actually. Yeah. It was a relatively, just uneventful week. Just trying to stay focused on this.
Yeah.
Some changes coming to the intro of the podcast. Shortly, you'll find out soon. So that has been part of the focus, and then that's it. Really, I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot taking place this week. Just work and the usual. So, maintaining. Scratching and surviving. Good time. But yeah. So that's pretty much the extent of that. But also, before we go even into like any other topics, I wanted to send a quick shout out real fast to. There's a few people who I know who watch the show, religiously every week, and also to my guy Water on Mars. Listen, I'm not exactly sure who you are. I'm not a visual person.
Shout out, bro.
But you're always watching, always commenting, man. Highly appreciated. That is a model viewer right there, people.
Appreciate it, man.
So
Appreciate
if
it.
you're watching the videos, just go down to the comments and then leave a comment. That's all I have.
Thanks, Mars.
I thought there was more to that.
No, literally that was it.
Best Mars.
So, yeah. And then you know what? Before we kick things off, just because it's like customary here, opposite shout out to them.
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
It's such a long phrase. I want to just shorten it somehow.
It's really not that long, and we're gonna leave it the way it is.
Acronym, maybe? I don't
No,
know.
if you don't like that phrase, just come up with something else that's unrelated.
It's a lot, right? It's a mouthful.
It's a lot of words.
It's 4 words.
Yeah. Well,
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
there's also shout out is a hyphened word, so
That's what you're doing here?
that
It's
is
not even.
one.
It's not even hyphened. It's 1 word. One solid.
But it's,
yeah, but
it's
is,
like,
is shout out 1 word or is it hyphened?
yeah, it's 1 word, but
'Cause
it's
I've
2
seen hyphen,
syllables, right?
We're not counting syllables. Listen.
But hold on though.
Osama is a long ass name. Think about
So
it.
I'm just saying,
I
opposite shout out to Glenn, it seems so long.
Is there a difference there?
What, shout out?
Between
Yeah, so
the-
shout out was hyphened. Like I'm not crazy. Like I'm
No,
saying.
shout out is a shout out, and shout out is, hey,
There we go.
hey! Shout out.
So the slang way to say it is just 1 word.
No, that's actual formal.
The actual way you spell it is 1 word. No.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Anyways.
Wait, is it?
Alright,
let's get into some
Listen,
shit,
I'll
bro.
be the host and Savon at the same time if that's what you want.
Let's just get into this shit, man.
Nope.
You're welcome, dude.
We're not starting
You
yet.
casted us, just so you know.
Shout out.
You
It's
cast
literally
us.
1 word. Shout out. And you know what's funny?
You
when
wanted
Google
us
it,
here.
I don't know why. when you Google it, you
Do
know
this
what
shit
the first
myself.
thing that pops out is shout out to my ex. Not that.
Damn.
Anyway, so
Negative, motherfuckers.
let's get into some things since we're I don't know. I'm not even sure how.
Some minutes.
I'm not gonna
in,
pretend like I know what time we started.
that watch doesn't work.
This shit actually just.
That shit is prop. Okay, that's his prop.
I don't even. Yeah.
All prop.
Anyways, listen. Get into some things. First of all, we'll do some birthday shout outs.
Do
French
it.
Montana and Scarface OG, Triple OG.
Triple OG, OG.
Yeah, that's dope. How old is Scarface turning? You don't know? I'm gonna check that out because I'd like to see. I'm
I
assuming.
literally
What
just saw
is
this
it?
topic
What is
and I
it?
was
What
like,
do
I'm
you?
gonna just write that down.
What are your guesses?
I'm gonna say 54.
I was gonna say like 49.
I was gonna say 50, probably 50, 51. And Scarface, the rapper, because
It's true. We're not looking for Al Pacino.
True.
Great movie, but not who we're interested in right now.
Scarface. Where's this? Come on, where's this at?
See how on par is your math right now? That's the real question. Because it's not going to tell you the actual day or how many years.
His Wikipedia will tell me that. Won't it? Where the fuck is his Wikipedia? Oh, born in 1970. So what is he, 48?
Yeah. That's close.
Word.
Sorry about that, Scarface.
48? Because I was just wondering, I would, you know.
I tossed him the big 5'4".
And French is probably French is actually in his 30s.
He's probably like 34, 35.
Yeah, French is like around my age. But no, that's a perfect time. I wanted to bring up just French in general. I just wanted to shout his ass out because I think he does really good work in terms of seems to be giving back musically. You know, whether or not you like him or not is another story. But to acknowledge doing good is a different thing. You know what I mean? It seems like he does a lot of good, and I just want to shout him out.
I agree, but much
because I was critical of him early on because I didn't know much about him, and honestly, a lot of his music isn't for me. I think I mentioned earlier on a hook, French has got a really good a good place. I don't know if I want a whole song technically, but
listen. I'm sorry, but
neither
of those things. Even like the.
Well, that's beyond the point. I'm not bringing him up to talk about his music. Just kind of want to shout him out.
It doesn't matter what you're bringing it up for because we bring up plenty of things and go to a million different.
No, I know, I did, but I'm not.
It's usually you who does it. So shut up.
I'm not bringing him up. I'm bringing him up to say his music is this or that. I just because it was his birthday. Happy birthday, and just shout out because I thought you just be seeing stories in terms of because he's an immigrant and he does champion for immigrants, and I appreciate that shit. You know?
True. Shout out. Well, shout out to French and Scarface. Happy birthday to you, gentlemen.
Scarface, because I had a conversation the other day, or actually yesterday, about Scarface and where do you place him in terms of your top, however list. Where do you think he's at?
For me, he's more top 25 material.
I would say top.
Who?
Scarface.
Yeah, top 20, top 25.
Top 25. The problem is
top
when you get down to it, this is what I said. Your top 20 is going to be so
top 30. Top 30.
Top 50. Top 70.
Think about it. Your top 20, you're going to be man, there's so many people. By the end of it, your top 20 is going to have 50 people on it. Because you're going to be oh, they deserve to be in the top 20.
That doesn't make sense.
They're going to be, no, because you're going to buy, you know what I'm saying, right? You're he's going to be top 20. But you put that list down, you'd be oh shit, this is my top 50.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Realistically, I think it's going to be a maximum top 30 for me. I don't think there's 50 artists that I fuck with, to be honest.
I would like, actually that would be a cool challenge to write out, try to rank as many rappers as you can within
artists I fuck with.
That's what I'm entitled to. Be on my notebook, artists I fuck with.
But
I need a bigger one for ones I don't.
I just really wanted to ask that about Scarface as well, because his album, what was it, The Fix? Great album,
of course.
Mm-hmm. Fix is a great fucking album.
That was a 5 mic.
Yeah, when that mattered.
Yeah, French would be one of those top 50 artists for me.
I don't know where I would place him. I've never thought about that.
Or bottom 50, whatever. Anyway. Listen, unfortunately for me, when I first heard French, the first couple of years that he was popping, I placed him in the same category as Tony Yayo. Never got signed. It wasn't for your boy. You're terrible. I hate your music. It's just how I felt.
I thought he sounded like Humpty Hump.
No.
Shock G. My name is Hump. I thought there was a really similar sound, and now no disrespect because I feel like there's a difference now. But when I first heard him, I was like, wow, he's imitating Hump.
Yeah, I hear you.
I've been listening to a lot of Digital Underground lately, and it's been popping up in the car, and I'm.
What's a lot? Like albums?
No. I keep my iTunes on shuffle all the time.
Gotcha.
But maybe 2-3 songs a day will pop up there.
That's a lot, actually.
It is.
It never pops up for me everywhere.
Sometimes I'm confused as to what my shuffle is up to.
Is it nice though?
Huh?
Is it nice?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some Digital Underground stuff back in the day, but it was never something I was huge on.
That was definitely the wave.
Yeah, it was for sure. But yeah, so let's move back into some shit. Let's see, Birdman and Young Thug. Might as well just address this real quick because I don't want to talk about it too much. But I think it was 2015. Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up, and there was somebody the bus driver was claiming it was these two, Birdman and Young Thug. So they requested a gag order through the courts. I'm not 100% sure what that does.
I'm not no lawyer.
But it just really kind of.
I'm assuming it's a way for nobody to be able to speak about.
I feel like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a different way.
Shit like that.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? Whatever, man. We'll see how that plays out.
For sure. And if they did arrange that hit, fuck you, Birdman and Young Thug.
Done.
Let's see. So, Wu-Tang.
Get my hand rub on.
Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
Yeah.
Turns 25.
Was that today?
I think it was today. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
Friday,
November 8th.
I know they've been doing a lot of promo and shit because they're doing their documentary.
Yeah.
Which is also something I'm looking forward to. Actually, I've been scrolling through. If you look at all their IGs, a lot. Raekwon's been active. Method Man's been active.
Yeah.
They've been posting a lot of just videos of themselves. They've been on a lot of places doing promo. Who the fuck is this dude doing the ODB impression?
That's his son.
I knew it.
His name is Young Dirty Bastard.
That's dope. 100% dope. I knew it was him. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know why. There's no other way they would.
His son's nice.
There's no other way they would accept that happening other if it was him.
But yeah, the community would definitely shut that down.
He looks just like him. It's almost like identical.
That's why I was like, I had to ask.
It's like him back in the day.
Yeah.
When he was a kid, I'm sure.
I'm sure they
for
get
them to be on stage with him is just like
I'm sure they get a trick.
Right.
I'm sure they be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Well, look, we're diving too deep into the Wu-Tang category itself. But I really wanted to ask you guys, and I saw this question posed.
Hold on, but you're going to talk about the other one, 25th anniversary, though. Where is that later?
Oh, yeah, no, we're just going to stick at 36 Chambers for a second.
Go ahead.
What I want to ask you guys is, what is your favorite joint off 36?
Man.
Oh, man. Probably... Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
I think it's hard to choose on that whole album, but can I just say 36 Chambers is my favorite of 36 Chambers?
All 36?
I'll tell you, Torture is probably one of my favorite skits of all time.
Yeah.
Torture, motherfucker. He's like, I fucking put your nuts on the dresser, just your nuts laying on a fucking dresser, and bang them shits with a spiked bat like, blah!
Nothing Man was ridiculous, that whole fucking skit.
Yo.
Yes. That shit pops up every once in a while, too.
Yo.
I'm going to say, Method Man's on that joint, or on that album, right?
Of course.
MCHOD, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So, and that shit was iconic, yo. That put him on.
Get off.
Yeah.
I think,
That or Cream.
Cream is dope.
Oh,
That's iconic as well, man.
That is.
And just as a group joint.
It's probably the most recognizable Wu-Tang song you can come up with.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, yo.
Everybody knows that shit.
Yo, man, it's hard to pick a favorite joint because it was such a solid effort. 100%,
Most
classic.
Yeah.
Man. Classic.
You have to put it in your top.
And
album.
it was just them just getting blown and just watching kung fu shit. Like,
so
we need to
crazy.
start this function.
in the background. Like, dum, dum, dum.
Those
You know what, actually-
all about kung fu flicks, man.
It's funny because Supreme Clientele was popping up a few times today, too. I think
It's also-
yeah.
That's
fucking
also a classic
classic,
album. Yeah.
This is gonna make me go back and just revisit all that shit this weekend.
I was listening to the Cuban Links.
Yeah.
I had a CD player in the car for a little bit, like between cars. Like the car I had in between cars, like the Malibu, like I had the CD player in there. So like I had I was just riding with CDs for a minute. The car I have now doesn't have a CD player. I do Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was a 6-disc changer in the dash. I think at one point it was like 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Forever. I think I had probably Supreme Clientele. And it's probably some other shit, but like those were in there for a minute, like they were just on cycle. It would just keep repeating them all.
Can I just say
When
how
it
whack
worked.
that movement is by car companies to take a CD player out? I have a CD player in mine, but I know the next car
Probably
that's
won't
not
if you
gonna
buy brand
happen.
new.
No.
It's not gonna have it.
No, and that's fucked up.
I was like,
You get a different quality. You get a different quality of sound from CD than you do from MP3.
It wasn't enough for me
I agree
to.
with that.
It wasn't enough for me to not get the car. Like I saw it, I was like, that's intriguing, but fuck it, whatever. I still love the car, so I'm not.
Did you search everywhere? Maybe you have a CD player in there.
No,
somewhere?
none of them have CD players.
But, shout out to that.
For sure.
So yeah, my favorites are Cream, Method Man. Yeah, those are and then Bullet Torture, Skin Like We All Said.
Yeah,
Which
no.
is classic.
Such a great album. But no, 25 years. It's crazy.
Torture.
That's crazy. It's 25 years now. So that's what, 93? Damn. That's crazy. It's been that long. You know, when you look back, it's just like time flies so much. I'm looking forward to that. That doc's gonna be dope.
If you ain't up on your Wu-Tang game, get there.
I swear to God.
Yo, that doc's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
man.
Dude, next year,
It's gonna fill in some voids where I also am not very knowledgeable about. I mean, I know a good amount, but
that's
that's
coming out
gonna
next year,
help.
right?
Next year,
I think so, right? 2019?
hopefully.
There's two that I'm looking forward to. So there's that one, and then they're putting out a Derrick Rose.
Yeah, the
I
30-30.
didn't know about
It's
that.
not a 30-30.
It's a full doc.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
I
that's
didn't know
dope.
about that.
Yeah.
He deserves that.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So,
Good for
but
Derek,
yeah, so happy birthday to the Wu-Tang.
you saw? Did you see the clip? Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
But just to kind of go on to Derek, just for a second, did you see it the other day? When he scored the 31. LeBron was like walking past him, and he grabbed his hand and like tried to get like I guess he must have made a comment about it, like trying to get whatever he had,
Yeah.
like the touch he's been shooting with. And he was like, I'm just really enjoying watching Derek and having fun.
Yeah, man.
He's having fun, man. Like it's so fucking good. To
Also,
see.
you know who I'm not loving watching is Carmelo Anthony.
I haven't watched.
Last 2 games, he's been pretty off.
I think his retirement's coming.
So I was thinking that this might be that last season because
I think
shit is not gonna go.
I don't
If
think
it
he'll be
continues to
this
go
Shit is not
lackluster, he probably won't come back.
It's fairly lackluster.
I don't think he's gonna leave this season after this season. I think because he still believes in his mind that he can ball.
I feel like he can, but I feel like he needs that.
He's
starting
just-
to-
I feel like he can't. He hasn't been able to.
You can't not start Melo. I don't think as much of a
I feel
diva
like he just can't come off the bench, man.
as much as
They're
they,
trying to give him comparisons to Bob McAdoo as being the best sixth man and like where does he
No,
rank?
man,
And
that's
I'm just
not
like,
gonna
you can't
happen.
do that because he's not a sixth man. He's a starter. He's a star.
as much of a diva that may make him out to be,
Right.
it's just the way his rhythm works. I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
can't not have him at the tip off.
Yeah.
But that is what it is. Like, look at Derrick Rose, for instance. The youngest MVP in the league. That's a superstar, right? But now he realized, okay, my game isn't what it was. My body isn't what it was. I'm older now. Whatever.
But he's starting.
And now, no, he's not.
He's starting now.
He's coming off the bench.
No,
and his goal.
He started 4 games, right?
That's because there's
He's
people
starting the
injured
next
right
one.
now.
Teague's injured. He's averaging 31 points a game. When
Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
31
his
points a
mind
game when
state,
starting right now.
his mind state personally was like, let me get to this 6 Man of the Year award. Like, let me set little goals for myself. I know, like, I'm here to be a veteran leadership. I'm not here to be one of the starters on the team anymore.
I get
My
that.
goal,
Yeah.
coming off the bench, be the best bench player that I can, pretty much, you know? And so, you have to, at some point, understand when your ability, for whatever reason, has deteriorated. And I don't know if it's... I can't tell what the problem is with Melo.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so things didn't work out in OKC.
You think his passion's gone?
Yeah, I feel like...
Well,
I
so
feels like
not,
He's
well,
obviously
I feel
driven more by the money,
his
right?
passion's gone because he's getting older, and he's also getting older in his career, his NBA career. So, and he's just pressured by getting that ring. Like he's pressuring himself to get that ring, and you see it.
But see, my thing with that is shoot or shoot. Like, at some point, you start to get your rhythm back. He went a whole, like,
you
last
shoot
season
your way
half,
through a slump.
and he just
didn't
hasn't been able
do
to.
that, though. Yeah, right.
You know? So, I mean, I don't know. Something's going on
The
with him.
stroke will come back.
I think it's
as
a
long
mental...
as he continues to shoot through. But I think
Well, yeah.
he's not.
So
He's
just
not.
like you guys said, though, mental game. Yeah.
A rhythm. The rhythm comes for certain players, and Melo's been a superstar for so long that he's always started. So his rhythm comes with the ability to start the game from second one,
Yeah.
right? for him to come off the bench and try to have to like, who am I guarding? Not guarding, because he's Melo. But who's the guy I'm supposed to be guarding? Like all these things, his assignment, all that. I think it's hard for him to get into that rhythm, and I think it sucks. But if that continues to be the trend, I don't think Melo gets better. I think it gets worse. And maybe you're right. Maybe this might be his last season.
I don't see it being his last season, to be honest.
I mean, like you said,
there's
he's
enough
gonna get through it probably.
There's enough teams that are terrible.
Where does Melo go next and excels?
Honestly, there's at least like 15 teams in the league that could probably use a boost.
The other thought is, does he want to bounce around anymore?
And like, does he want to be the guy that tries to bring a team up?
I mean, he went from New York to Houston.
I don't think he has that.
Or New York to Oklahoma to Houston. Honestly, I don't think he really cares where he ends up, to be honest.
I think he has the ability to do that. He just doesn't want to do that. He wants to win that fucking ring, man. He just wants the championship.
He's chasing the ring, right?
Trying to get on Golden State next.
Right. He's like GP, Gary Payton.
Yeah, who didn't get? Did he get one? No, he didn't. He went to Miami.
Nope, he did not get one.
No, he went to the Lakers, who didn't get one.
GP?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know.
You remember he went there with Karl Malone that year, and I think Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. I mean, I really, for real, that's just trash.
What the fuck?
But I really hope that Melo does win a ring before he exits the game, because he should.
We're gonna have that conversation too.
I watched him from Syracuse, and
Me
he's
too.
always been an amazing
The
player.
only problem is there's been a lot of great players that came out.
That's what I was
But
saying. We have to
also,
have
there's
that
always
conversation.
been this.
Who are the greatest
There's
players
always
in
been
league
this
history?
ego thing that always came about, though. On him.
With Melo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Melo
He
has an
lashed
issue
out,
with
he
lack
had
of
that
with
automatically
very
happens, though.
nonchalant about basketball.
When you've been a star on every team you've ever been on, that's gonna happen.
Melo, he's too nonchalant about basketball.
Yeah, I guess
He seems to love the
I
game,
can
but
see
be
that.
nonchalant about it. You
I
know?
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't always seem to be
He is
in tune with
very
the
laid
game.
back. Yeah. Maybe
It's because
too
he's so
much.
talented and never like. He was always a scorer, like a fucking monster, like on the offense.
So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Melo, or like what, if he'll snap in or snap out of it rather. But yeah, I just hope he does something to get his name back out there.
I would prefer him
his
to
game
let
back
it go
out there.
before. If it seems to be deteriorating beyond what he can control and rectify, I hope that he would decide that maybe it's better for him to let it go at this point. I'm more of I understand. Listen, I love ball. I love it. And I've never been able to play in that level, obviously. But like, I feel like for me, once I feel like my legacy is becoming is in the process of becoming diminished or diminishing, I don't want that. Like, what am I? Then you really gotta weigh. Like, what am I staying in here for?
Yeah.
What is the okay? If I stay another 2 years, what am I projected to do? Where am I gonna go?
This is not the era.
What kind of player am I gonna become? And am I gonna be the guy that's only scoring 5 points a game at
This
the end of
is
his
not
career?
the era
People
where
should
you
think
care
like
about
that.
your legacy.
I was gonna say, yeah, right, exactly.
It's not the
People
era.
should think like that, and players thought like that when the game was the game.
You don't think
When you got
Melo's?
these cats
You don't
coming
think
in.
Melo's of the other school, the old school
He
fellas?
is. He is.
No,
I think.
I think he may have started out that
He's
way.
half and half.
But the game has lost its integrity, and a lot of players have lost it.
but-
Well, look
hold
at
up,
okay.
though,
So
hold
what
up,
about
hold up.
like the Dirks and the Wins?
Melo stays another 3-4 years. He might develop those habits of those younger players, though. Trying to get back on and
Listen, you like to quote your Matthew McConaughey thing, right? You just keep giving me money, and I just keep. That's exactly what the fuck he's doing. If somebody's gonna pay him, he's gonna play.
So
and
yeah.
I can't say I blame him.
So right, because I would.
I can't say that either. I'm not saying I do or I don't. I'm just trying to figure it out.
My thing is I see him only getting more
Sluggish.
Yeah, and just out of touch.
I don't know why he only plays on one end of the floor. He should be able to last twice as long.
Defense is a huge. It's like a huge
He's a liability
disadvantage
on
on
the court,
his part for sure.
He's a liability on the court.
It's not a disadvantage. It's a complete
Or
effortless.
just lack thereof.
That's a lack of effort in general.
Yeah.
It's not that he couldn't. Melo's
No, man. See, exactly.
Melo's strong,
Right.
bro.
Melo on the Nuggets was always strong.
Oh yeah.
And he had heart on that team. He had no one on that team.
I mean, he doesn't
Just
look like
backing
it,
down,
but he's
you know?
dense.
Gee, he had no.
He could, dude. He could. His post game is not bad at all.
Yeah,
No.
His post game on offense is not bad.
Melo always
He
brought,
doesn't care to.
Melo always brought Denver to the playoffs.
He doesn't care to exert
Yes,
any energy on
yes,
defense.
yes. He had supporting players. I'm not gonna knock that.
Did
But
he always
I'm
make
just
it to the
saying-
playoffs?
J.R. Smith and Birdman.
I thought they
feel-
never
well,
made it to the
maybe,
playoffs.
maybe not always. Well, no,
I
they
thought
did,
he
for
never
sure.
made it to the playoffs until he got to the Knicks.
No way. No,
I promise you.
I'm almost
I
positive. Denver's
promise
made it.
you, but maybe not.
Mm.
I promise.
Damn.
There was something he was going. He never made it to the playoffs until, or he didn't win a playoff series. I'm sorry, that's what it was.
Okay.
He never won a playoff series.
Maybe that then, yeah. Well, because one man can't do it in the playoffs.
True.
One man can do it in a regular season. You only see those hard teams 3-4 times, maybe.
I saw
4.
Derek in his MVP season.
Right.
Or what did it? No.
Yeah.
You're right. No, you're right.
And the season that
Man,
followed.
G, the season, the comeback season for the fucking Chicago Bulls. We were supposed to win it that whole.
They won like
fucking-
62 games or something.
G.
So that season they made it to the conference finals, right?
72-10, baby.
They were 62-20.
72-10.
That was MJ.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
What were they though?
They were
What year are we
62
talking about now?
They were 62-20, and they made it to the conference finals, and they won the first game against Cleveland. Or Miami, right? Yeah. So they won the first game, and then they lost 4 straight. And then the next season, he got injured against Philadelphia.
Milwaukee.
Philadelphia.
Milwaukee.
No.
Was it in
I
Milwaukee?
thought it was Milwaukee.
I'm pretty positive it's not Milwaukee.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it's Milwaukee.
I'm
Philadelphia wasn't in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
in 2012?
No.
I'm pretty positive.
Philadelphia wasn't in the playoffs for mad years, dude. They were like.
I'm gonna go ahead and just check that out.
Dude, I guarantee you, Philadelphia. What?
Mad.
Philly didn't get to the playoffs for some years, dude. They were like terrible. They were the Browns of the fucking NBA. Like 1-70 fucking or 1-81.
I'm figuring it out right now.
Yeah, all right, but I'm gonna let you know. I know the answer. It wasn't Philly. It couldn't have been. Philly was not a playoff team. It was Milwaukee. For sure.
2012 NBA Eastern Conference first round, Philadelphia 76ers versus Chicago Bulls.
Then he didn't injure it then. It
Yes,
wasn't
he
even.
did.
He
That's
injured it in Milwaukee, dude. Was it? It had to. It was Milwaukee.
It was Milwaukee. It was the first round of the
Philly don't go to the
Wait,
playoffs.
did you just check it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I thought it was Milwaukee, but yeah.
I thought he injured it in Milwaukee.
Yeah, like me too. Like I saw Milwaukee Bucks, like, you know, but I don't know.
I don't know about that.
2012 NBA playoffs, Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose suffers a torn ACL against Philadelphia 76ers.
Man,
When y'all get y'all memory game up, man?
But
You are old as shit.
I just don't remember. I remember being in Milwaukee for some reason.
No, you're probably thinking of the series the previous year where they played the Celtics. They won 7 games with Rondo.
No, I know. Oh, that was a great series.
It was a great, but Rondo was a little bit of a bitch at the time.
but did Derek ever injure himself against the Bucks?
He might have.
I
I
really
don't know.
All I picture is him in that
Right.
whack ass stadium up there.
He's in a whack ass stadium. Bradley
Fuck
Center.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Bradley Center.
I agree. But if anything that happened, that was probably
Sean Bradley
a
said-
follow-up
Alright, well,
injury.
my mistake.
No, my
Yeah, your
my
mistake.
Definitely my mistake.
And your mistake.
Yeah,
I'm right.
Okay. Well, you know,
Anyway,
fuck a host.
So we went quite a long way away from the whole dairy conversation. I don't even remember
Yeah.
how we got on that thing, to be honest.
Well, we're talking about his documentary.
Oh yeah, documentaries. True. Okay.
So it's Wu-Tang. Then
Shout out Derek, man. We see you doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
Chicago is with you, bro.
We love you, man. Yeah.
Hate to see you not in that red and black uniform.
Very
but,
true.
You know,
It
It's all
hurts.
good, man.
Love for you
Still
all.
rooting you on, man.
So D Rose and Nate Robinson. I don't know about you guys. but
I was
Nate
talking about this the other day.
always
What the
a
fuck is
ball.
I
Nate
don't
Robinson?
understand
Play
why
video
they-
games? He didn't play
Like,
no
he just fucking.
I don't understand why
Him
you
and Mike
can't get on
Bibby
the
just
team.
exercise off season.
Yeah. I don't understand why
he's
you
like
can't get on the team.
37 now.
They're all just fucking getting swollen.
Nate
and
Robinson's
shit.
old now.
Over
man.
the
He
last,
ain't
like,
gonna be
3
in that
years,
game.
Mike
He's
Bibby
trying to-
dunks now.
It's
and
over,
shit.
dude. It's
Like,
over.
no.
Bibby, that motherfucker like
Mike Bibby is
fights bears. And shit.
Terminator, yo.
This motherfucker.
He skins bears.
Nate Robinson
alive.
Nate Robinson's never gonna be back in the league.
He won't,
It's
but
over
I'm
for
surprised over the last couple of seasons nobody picked him up.
It's over for that,
You
bro.
guys heard it here first. Mike Bibby skins bears alive.
Yeah.
Alive?
With his hands.
And then makes rugs.
How does he get them to just sit there?
He doesn't make them sit there. He kills them first.
He said alive.
With his bare hands.
Alive.
Oh, you skin them alive.
He skins them alive.
Oh.
If you
That's,
guys don't
that's
know
an
that.
amazing thing,
Now
dude.
you know.
That's a
He's
hell of a
just
feat.
holding them down.
He just has his mouth like this.
And like
With one hand and just
The
smacks
bear's
him on
just
the ass
allowing
and
it,
goes
like-
off. Just,
He's not like.
What choice does the bear have?
I mean,
He's
that's
a
like,
fucking
at that
bear
point,
doing
I mean,
bear things.
You're facing
Mike
Mike Bibby,
Bibby,
though.
right.
Like, that's Chuck
Dude,
Norris.
I'm
modern
fucking
day.
Mike Bibby up
It's
if I'm a
modern day
bear.
Chuck Norris, dude.
I don't give a fuck if I'm a small little
That guy-
cub.
that
I
guy
will
benches
eat his
in
fucking face
2020.
off.
You think this, but have you come in contact with Mike Bibby lately?
You haven't.
Fuck Mike Bibby. Dude, if I'm
Yes.
a bear,
Hey, you don't know.
I don't know.
if I'm a bear, fuck Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby, his arms are bigger than your body at this point.
That's cool, man. My body ain't as big as a fucking bear.
He's got two Sams.
He's literally like as far as my elbows go out, that's where his shoulders are right now.
My body ain't a bear's
Swat.
body, though, goddammit.
Like,
All
no.
I'm saying is,
It doesn't matter. Bear's Bobby ain't Mike Bibby. Anyway. Go too far into this Mike Bibby situation. Fuck you, Mike Bibby.
But he does skin bears alive, so anyway, go on.
Literally just got fucking muscle implants in like the 5 years that nobody's seen him.
I swear.
I just gotta take some time off. Until I work out.
He's here right now. Duncan.
Alright. This next topic I don't really want to dwell on, so let's try to do our best, fellas.
Let's do it.
Mostly because it's like a downer topic.
Hey, we'll
That's
try.
something I'm trying to
Oh,
go
okay,
into.
okay, go on.
So Mac Miller's cause of death was officially revealed.
Gotcha.
It was a cocaine/fentanyl overdose.
They said there was a little
accidental.
alcohol in it too.
Yeah. So there's that. Don't mix those things.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even do those
man.
things individually, but like if you're going to, don't mix them, people.
Yeah,
not
that's
a good idea. You can
that's
overdose
crazy,
on either
man.
one of those things individually, and then you mix
Well,
them.
fentanyl's a very, it's a very, very highly addictive drug, and it's just.
What's it
worse-
meant for?
It's worse than heroin. It's to wean somebody off of heroin. Pretty sure. It's like methadone. I really wish I knew.
sounds like a powerful thing.
It's just
Yeah.
you just shouldn't.
You see,
Fentanyl, though. Yeah.
that Ariana Grande broke up with Pete Davidson, obviously a few weeks back.
It is a real thing though, man. Like people are
No, it's dangerous because motherfuckers don't realize what they're like.
yeah.
I guess when you're just getting fucked up, you're just like adding to
well,
it.
they try and justify it by having to do like a little bit of each, and
No.
how you do it.
Like rest in peace, Mac Miller, and all you dumbass
Indeed.
kids, man, dude, stay away. from
Stay
it.
off
Like,
that shit, man.
You don't know what you're mixing. You don't know
Don't
what it's
do
what the effect is.
You are not a motherfucking
Just
farmer.
hey,
None of us have done that. You know, we're not
Not
that way.
I'm gonna let you know that this is my public service announcement. Hey, smoke weed if you have to. You know, don't
Well, that's not what
That's
that
I thought.
That's not how
I
I mean, I was gonna
help
end
you out
it the
at the
right.
end of it.
I was gonna
But,
end it
Hey,
differently than that.
hey.
But I'm just saying, like, instead
You
of
wanted the honors?
Smoke
weed
every day.
day.
I did the fucking radio edit, yo.
You radio
I did.
You
I said smoke every day.
I saw that.
You
And
radio
I used to hate the
edited.
fucking radio
Smoke
edit.
weed every day.
I'm just saying, instead of doing
Rest in
smoke,
peace, Nate Dogg.
instead of doing
Yeah.
coke or anything like that,
Seriously though.
you know, just,
That is a
Not
song.
even once.
That is a song lyric, which I'm hoping our fucking audience knows.
and if they don't,
Hey.
how do you not?
Go find that shit.
At the time that song was out,
Nate Dogg
they
just
played that
popped
shit
out of
like
nowhere,
13
like
times a
ghost
day.
to Nate Dogg. Like,
And your car just got repoed. Remember from Head of State with
Yeah.
Chris Rock? And every time they would have like, when his car actually got repoed, he was singing on the side of the road and shit. Like, what the fuck is Nate Dogg doing in this movie?
for real.
Oh man. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regulators.
So let's move
Mount
on
up.
these death type subjects because I'm not trying to be there very long.
Mount up.
Cardi B recently signed with Reebok.
That's awesome.
I don't
That's
know.
cool.
I
What
respect that.
I don't know what the whole details of her deal are. I don't know if it's for shoes, clothing, what it is.
Mama got herself
I'm
a
assuming
deal.
I'm assuming it's just gonna be a Cardi B line.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever it is.
Her
A little logo
her
and shit.
59
She'll sell
with
it.
Reebok.
Good for you, Cardi. We fuck with you.
Yeah.
Much respect.
Much respect.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. One of my favorite movies, Waterboy. Adam Sandler
Why?
turned 20 this week. 20 years since that movie came out. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Yo, Waterboy is really funny.
Gatorade.
What mama don't
Like
know,
you're drinking the wrong
don't hurt her. Yo, I think honestly one of the best parts
Coach
of that
Klein.
movie is fucking Henry Winkler playing
Coach Klein.
Coach Klein,
Oh yeah.
wanting a tattoo of Henry Winkler on his ass.
Yes. Because like that's got to be real, right?
Right?
Like, I would.
That is a hilarious
I hope
scenario.
Mama don't know.
I'm gonna play this character who wants to play, who wants a tattoo of me, the real me, on his ass. It's
It
fucking funny.
was a very good play.
Yeah.
Yeah, comically, it was a good play.
Vicky Valentine.
Big Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt. I've never seen something like this before, and I really appreciate what you're doing for me right now.
That's your first thought when the chick
I
showed
really
you
appreciate what you're doing right now.
Yo, and I know, man, a lot of people probably don't even know, but we have to. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk. Captain Insano. he's like I would say that my favorite wrestler is Captain Insano, despite the little thing we had going on recently. Yo, Adam Sandler back in the day was really fucking funny.
It was good. It was good. It's better than Adam Sandler now.
Yeah, he does. It's hit or miss nowadays.
It is.
Cause he's still funny
Yeah.
in the right scenario.
I will always be an Adam Sandler fan.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like funny people really encapsulated.
That
where
was
he's at
such
now.
a great movie.
It was, man.
Yeah.
It was.
It was just
like
so down to earth.
it
man.
showed a lot of like the angst and turmoil that goes along with that shit. And,
Totally.
You know,
a lot of
and
things
then
that
he
probably
got
people
sick.
don't ever like address in surrounding their careers and like the funny guy.
You gotta continue being the funny guy. You can never stop being the funny guy, or else you're no longer the funny guy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
It
have
was
to
just-
do
It
it,
was
man.
just so real.
yeah.
You have so many comedians in that movie too.
Yeah.
It was really great.
It was
Seth
almost like,
Rogen was a good
it was
choice
almost
for
like
a
they were
co-star.
like paying respects.
I almost
you
went
know?
and did my stand up after that, and then I didn't.
Yeah, you should have.
Sam has stand-up aspirations.
It's okay.
Let him know if you think he can do it.
Oh,
So you think you can-
So
you
you
think you can
like him?
if you think if you
You
think I should
cackled
try,
a bit.
if you you know.
So you think you can funny?
Since you've kind of done, I need to make an announcement. I am currently looking for a new barber.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the barber topic.
Yeah, we can
Let's
talk
touch
about
on
that. But like, I'm currently looking for a new barber.
Talk about it.
My former barber Julio, he decided that he was going to move on to another trade, another field of in life. You know, which I have to respect. I've known him for a very long time. Much love. I hope I hope that he finds what he's looking for.
Shouts out to my dog.
Yeah, you may one day he may pay a visit here. We've talked about it, but regardless of that, he's left me high and dry.
But at the same time, I was a shout out to
He's left me looking like a caveman at this point. However, I am looking for a new barber, preferably somebody that does private shit. Just because I've been pampered by my last barber.
in Chicagoland area people.
Chicago,
Don't
of
be
course
like-
they know we're in Chicago. Don't fucking call me from Cali. I'm not coming to Cali. Got
never
fires and shit right now. I'm not doing it.
Oh. Go on.
Anyway, I'm looking for a barber. So please, what are you laughing at?
It's just right there.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Okay. Sure.
Anyway, so I'm looking for a barber for the fucking 100th time.
Guys, in case you haven't heard, he's looking
needs
for a
a
barber.
barber.
So
He
please,
needs
yeah,
it.
if you happen to be a barber, you know somebody that does really good work in Chicago,
Send some pictures, some headshots.
you know, just comment in the send a link in the comments below, maybe their IG or something, whatever it is. Just need to send it out there because it's getting to the point where I need to cut this shit off. So please help me.
I mean, it's about to go into cold season.
It is.
No, the beard's fine, but the
If you
hair,
see, I haven't had a haircut in the last 4 weeks. I'm now usually on top of it every 2 weeks, right?
Right.
So, like, I noticed, though, my head is slightly less cold than it is, you know, when I cut it down to zero.
I'm good
size.
with the beard,
I
but
get that.
the hair
I
needs to
get
be
that.
maintained properly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Throw some gel.
that also leads,
Chill on that bit.
that also leads me to the topic of barbers, right?
Yeah. Barber's a very important figure in a man's life.
Truly.
It's a very important relationship.
It really
I
is.
feel like
It's
I broke
critical.
up with somebody, man.
It's critical.
Like I really feel like we broke up. and I don't
the
know.
person
about
molds
this.
how you look for the next week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yes,
And then
not
you go
only
back to it
that,
and refresh.
It's an intimate thing, man. Somebody got their hand all over your head. They got blades near your face. It's a whole thing. You need the trust.
Yeah.
There's a trust thing that you have to have.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. So, like, for instance, like, I asked my coworker this today, how many barbers have you had in your life?
4, confidently.
That seems about the number. What about you? And now, okay, I do want to qualify this. We had talked about it initially, and I was like, okay, besides the ones that you were taken to as a kid, how many barbers have you chosen in your life?
Oh,
And
then 3.
okay.
Yeah.
You, but let me ask you though, okay? So my barber, if you know Majid, you know he has a habit to just disappear for a little while. Is that also like interim barbers that you've chosen, just kind of
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
I would say then 3. I don't want to include Julio in that because I only went to him I think once or twice, so I don't really want to include that.
I don't include
But so there's Pierre. There's this one chick who used to cut my hair at an actual like salon, which though the shampoo on your head feels great,
Of course.
the fucking price that comes along with that and the quality is just not up to par.
Terrible.
So
I don't even like the idea of saying I have a stylist.
Yeah.
Like, no, I got a barber.
Exactly.
and honestly, before Majid, I don't remember who I would go to. I don't know. Mario.
I never had Mario. So in my choosing of my barbers in my life, I've had 3.
Yeah.
3 barbers.
I'll call 3.
I had Majid, I had Pierre, and I had Julio.
Yeah.
And that's it. And now I'll probably end up going back to Majid.
Majid, listen, the problem with Majid is he's a phenomenal barber, right?
Majid's amazing.
I don't know that I ever have left
Majid was
with,
all of our barbers at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut my hair for
I don't know that I ever
A
left
long
his
time.
chair and was disappointed in the cut.
No.
But Majid, this motherfucker twice now on me, okay? When I was in high school one time, for like a year and a half, he left the country,
I remember that.
left the
That was
whole
a hard
country.
time.
And
That's
then
when
he
I was
came
going
back.
to Pierre.
And then, it was like 2 years ago now, I think. So he just came back this past December 2017. He was gone for another year and a half. And he just periodically leaves, and you know what the kind of fucking hole that leaves? Like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
The haircut is
So
like...
you feel my pain because
It becomes part of your identity.
I don't know what
you
I do now.
It's part of your identity. So
Right.
like, so when your
My haircut's gonna be different.
when the person who cut your hair is there, like, you just look like different going
My
forward.
haircut's gonna be different now.
Man, yo.
I don't know how to deal with that.
I was this close to flying to Iraq and just knocking Majid the fuck out.
Yo, I don't know how to deal with that. Hey! I don't know how to deal with it.
Like the fucking Stewie,
The plane takes off.
the Family Guy Stewie montage.
That's exactly what I thought.
I really have no idea how to deal with the fact that my haircut won't be the same.
True.
And I know this sounds like high maintenance, and if you're women listening, understand that this is like men don't have too many things like a
Listen.
barber is a fucking
Women should understand this
Oh,
mentality as well.
They do.
no, but women
My wife does.
women ain't loyal to one stylist.
No, my wife is.
I don't
It
think all of
depends.
them are. Vivi will go to like
All
well,
of
not really. No, Vivi's pretty loyal, but like I feel like I've heard.
So no, you're right. Certain stylists do different things with hair.
Yeah.
Others can't. So,
But these girls
yeah.
For men, we're like, yo, same as last week. Not even that. Not
I'm
even
just in
that.
a chair, and I'm like chopping it up. You're
It's
just
n-
cutting me already.
It's not even. It's not even the same as last week.
I
You
don't
just
say
sit down and be like,
shit.
yo, what up? How you doing?
I don't say shit.
Yeah.
Great.
But these girls will go and spend like $250, and they'll do it like once a month.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
listen, if I go twice a month and I'm spending $40 at my barber, it has to be this barber. I don't give a fuck if there's 5 other barbers in the shop. I won't go to anybody else.
My wife had to book an appointment 2 months in advance. She's getting this.
Yo, I gotta book 2 months in advance. Fuck you. I'm
She's
not
getting,
coming to you.
This special haircut is called a curly Q style or whatever, but it's just women that know how to work with like major curly hair, like nappy hair.
She has all kind of hair.
Man, and it's just big, you know. Both of us us are known for our hair.
Which is why Dave's growing his hair out.
Yeah, you know, I'm just
To
trying to
get
match
that long
my girl. I'm trying to match my baby. You know.
His her dudes.
But yeah. So
it's hard, man.
Ladies want to do different things, you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, and men, we just, like you said, we just sit down and there it is.
I'm chopping
It's
it up.
more of a thing like you build a rapport, a
She's got
relationship, a
PS4.
friendship.
We're just playing video games and shit while I'm getting my haircut and shit now. So
But the thing is, look, if you have long hair like most women, if you cut off a little bit of it and it doesn't look right, you can cut it a little bit shorter and fix it, right? But the problem is, like us, if we're going to get a fade,
It needs to be
we're
tightened up.
You can notice when it doesn't look right very easily. So you need a barber that you know blends all that shit well, lines you up well, like makes you look crisp and good when you leave the shop. Like this shit is gonna last me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, definitely.
And I don't know. I think maybe it's also partially the fact that as men going to barbers, we probably encounter and interact with our barber more frequently, and you do develop that little relationship outside that, you know.
Yeah.
You scheduled for tomorrow?
Yeah, 12 o'clock tomorrow. Legit, I'll be there.
I might tell you to say, hey, Majid, clear up the one
This
after
man.
that.
He probably doesn't have one after that. This guy
man.
literally, I'm like, he always has 1 o'clock available, and he knows I like to go at 12 o'clock. But for some reason, every once in a while, he'll just give away my 12 o'clock spot, and then 1 o'clock he's like, oh, I'm free.
Gee.
Like, legit, I'm about to whoop your ass.
Try Jonathan, bro.
But he's not at the same shop anymore.
He's not. Yeah, he left.
Damn it, Jonathan, you know.
Well, I'll update you guys on my barber search next week.
But yeah, I mean, look, the barber,
Jonathan's dope.
the barber is a very important relationship in a man's world. Why don't you leave some comments in our section? Let us know of some encounters that you've had that have been pretty frustrating encounters.
Dude, this is the last thing I need to worry about.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta figure out where I'm getting my haircut now. Like, come on, dude.
But not only that, you have to establish this new relationship too.
With somebody, that's the problem. Like, I know Majid, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
He'll be so happy to see you. But,
I really would be, I'd really be happy to see
Without
Majid. I haven't seen him in a very long time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you to text him.
Maybe. Maybe I'll just send you his number. You can just text him like a
I
grown
might
ass
do
person.
it. I might do it. I
Right.
may. I don't know.
Legit, it doesn't sound
You
like
got
a
beef,
whole lot
bro?
of.
Not so much.
He's just mad about Oz, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Nobody goes to Oz's
This is
shop.
man's Oz right
Get
there.
get off my guy.
All right, let's move on from barbers for a while. I only have one more topic on here. Not something I need to focus on heavily, you know. But I haven't been paying too much attention to hockey. Over the last few years, I did here and there. But the Blackhawks recently fired Joel Quenneville, and I think as Chicagoans, that was kind of a big shock, mostly because the Blackhawks have had a lot of success in the last decade, and most of that has been under Quenneville, right? So, like, would they win 3 titles?
Yeah. Last time they won was 15, though. And
I think the first one they won is 2010, was it? Okay, so 8 years. And, I mean, look, 3 titles in 8 years is
It's a great. Yeah.
that's great.
It's a great.
You know?
And they've done really well.
Yeah.
Outside of not winning.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Stanley Cup.
it's weird though with the Blackhawks. They're kind of hit or miss like that.
True.
Like if you're having a really good season, you're probably gonna win.
And
Like,
like,
you're
the,
not
guys,
having
the guys are aging now, though.
Hockey's different. Like they usually give up their better players
They do.
after they win.
They do.
Or
The loyalty
seems
isn't real
like
there.
It is a weird thing when they do that, but
It seems like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? Now that I think about it,
Contracts,
though,
end up expiring, but yeah.
when I think about it, that's kind of how it is in all sports
Yeah.
leagues. Like, okay, given you'll have your franchise players who are gonna stick around, but they have that like in Kane and
Yeah.
what's his name? I don't remember the other guy, but you know, you have your yeah, there you go. So you have your, and he's the captain. I should know his name.
You should.
But yeah, you have your loyalties, your franchise players who you're gonna keep around, but it really kind of shows you how important your role players are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're dropping people who are they're doing some intangibles on defense or something like that, something that's keeping you guys in the game, and you're not paying a lot of attention to that, and then next season that's gone, and you win 7 games.
your
you know?
formula's all off whack.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
But yeah, so pretty crazy that Quenneville is gone.
When I saw that, I was pretty shocked. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it's not a move I was expecting, but
No.
but again, you know, I haven't been paying too much attention to hockey, so I can't speak too much about it, the situation, and it's a business as well. So
Yeah,
true.
and
Really gotta have
I
it.
thought
It
the
does
loyalty
suck.
was going to be a little bit more
Me too.
strong, but I guess not.
He was
Yeah.
a great coach.
Yeah.
He was.
I got a few things I just that I had written down. You didn't talk about. Oh, you didn't mention the first thing is that Floyd fight. I'd like to tell you.
Right.
So from what I understood, it was this kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa, whatever. From he's a kickboxer from Japan.
Wait, what's his first name?
Tenshin.
How do you spell?
Tenshin.
Okay.
Tenshin Nasukawa. I'm not gonna try. Anyway, he's a kickboxer from Japan, and apparently that him and Floyd were supposed to have a bout on New Year's Eve in Japan. It was being hyped up to be this big thing, and then all of a sudden, Floyd was like, "Whoa, pump the brakes." It was supposed to be a small fight for a very few wealthy people for a very large amount of money, obviously, right? And it's being hyped up as this huge thing, and he's like, "No, that's not happening." So as far as I know, that's not happening. From the last thing I saw, I mean, it's just funny to me. Like, why the fuck would you even want to fight a kickboxer?
Yeah,
Right?
As a boxer. Yeah.
As a
lightweight boxer.
As a 40-something-year-old retired boxer.
Floyd
Floyd
need
Yeah.
not.
I feel like that needs to be distinguished.
Floyd need not go anywhere else but boxing ring.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna add the words that I need to add to that sentence.
True.
Yeah, this is true. Hang
You
it
know,
up. Put your gloves up, man.
So I wanted to mention that real quick because I thought that was funny. Just another. I mean, we got a Kanye corner. I guess we got there's like 4 corners in my room. Like there's weird wall thing. So we can add a Floyd corner somewhere because sometimes he does some funny shit.
Yeah, but I just don't even like Floyd. But anyway, go ahead.
Floyd's funny, man.
I'm with you on that though.
So I saw that Nicki Minaj was the first woman to achieve 100 entries on Billboard Hot 100.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So
I'm not a big fan.
yeah, I'm not a
Definitely
fan of what she's been going about doing right now. I'm not going to speak on it. I don't even want to get into it.
Right.
I'm
But
fans of Nicki for the wrong reason, so I'm not going to talk about it.
But I will give her.
You can't speak on it though.
I will give her due.
Try not to.
Give her dues. Her due on that because that's pretty dope. It's pretty significant.
No,
There's some songs, there's some bangers this year.
No, you're right. She was crazy on Monster.
Yeah.
That Kanye track.
Yeah.
She killed that track.
Yeah.
Her and Rick Ross.
Monster's probably her best work. And then we didn't really talk about albums too much, right?
We didn't.
So I just really want to say the Swizz is really dope, and I want to say Swizz in general is like he's Swizz the monster. I mean, he's just a beast, man. Fucking, he's got the formula.
He's been here for
Something about Swizz screaming on a beat.
He's been here for what?
A long fucking time. Rough Rider years.
18 years?
Since some Rough Rider years, man. Like 98, 97.
Right. I thought it was like just the turn of the millennium, but.
And I also want to say
you're right though. Yeah.
That Fetty album, man. I'm still fucking with Fetty. So shout out Currency. Shout out to fucking Freddie Gibbs, man. I fuck with y'all. Freddie, you ain't gonna watch this. I hope you do, but probably not. I hope you're doing alright, man. He was on his Insta. He's showing that the fires were like right in his backyard almost.
Yeah, right.
So man, just be careful, man. Come back. You know, I'm sure. I don't know. You're from Gary. I don't know if you want to go to Gary. Come to Cali. To Chicago though. You know, we cool.
Yeah, don't come to Cali.
Don't come to Cali. Yeah, I said that.
Alchemist is on Fetty too, though.
Yeah. Oh. Shout out Alchemist. Yes.
Yeah, the legend.
Shout out Alchemist. 100%, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a really dope album. Honestly, at first I thought it was a really good length. I could use 2 more tracks.
Of
It's
course.
just the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
But that's a really dope album, in my opinion.
I want to slightly backtrack to Swizz for a second because I want to provide a little insight as to why I don't like him very much. I think he's one of the original producers that he has that sound where you can tell when it's a Swizz Beatz album or when it's a Swizz Beatz song, right?
Well,
and they were just
Primo was probably one of the first. Maybe you got, you know, in terms of like.
Yeah, but Primo is a little bit different because you're like, oh, this
no,
is
you
a
know
sick beat. It's
Primo.
probably
No, you know Primo because the cuts. That's it. Primo's cuts are signature.
Yeah, that's true. But then the other reason why I'm not a big Swizz fan is because, you know, I'm a big Alicia Keys fan. You know,
that is the only reason why.
That's
the only reason.
Hey,
man, baby mama.
Let me just clear things up. Even if she was single, you ain't getting the.
But it gave me hope.
What hope?
And then he impregnated her. Fuck you, Swizz Beatz.
Yo, Alicia Keys is dope.
Of course.
Alicia Keys is dope.
She's an amazing woman.
And other than that, man, I don't think I had anything else.
That's all right.
I did want to bring up the funny story of the little 15-year-old white kid who decided to run away from home, but before he took $1,000 out of his own savings.
Wait, so that was a topic you wanted to talk about. We talked about it a little bit before this all started. But I was like,
no, I wanted to bring that up. I think it's mad hilarious. He ran away. It's not like he got kidnapped. He took $1,000 out of his own bank account. I just want to put.
Did he have more than that in there?
He's
Why
15.
would he not take it
Wait,
out?
wait. He's 15 years old.
I'm taking more than that.
He's got a savings account with $1,000.
Trying to strip my parents' bank account.
I'm just asking you. Who did you know at 15 with $1,000 in their bank account?
Not me.
Who did you know at 15 with a bank account?
Not me.
Who did you know at 15? It's you know what I mean? It's like, dude.
I didn't know nobody.
This little white kid, that's white problems. He's like, and don't come looking for me. He said it. I swear to God, that was verbatim. Don't come looking for me.
Yeah.
That's funny shit. That was kind of where I wanted to leave it. I did want to talk about a few other things, but I'm gonna leave them for another week.
So,
But what the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah.
Hey, how did he withdraw it? How did he go to the bank and withdraw the $1,000 from his bank?
state ID, like. Here.
But you're not legal. He's 15 years old. He's got to have like a.
His name is on it.
Race? I don't know.
He's white.
I don't know.
Perhaps he had a bank.
I'm just saying it's really hilarious that
Perhaps
this
he
little
had
white kid was able to
ATM
take
card.
$1,000 out of his own bank account and said, "Hey, I'm leaving. Don't come fucking looking for me. Peace, mom. You're a bitch."
That reminds me of a certain
Yeah.
person, but I'm not gonna even talk about it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's just weird, dude. I just feel like the world is weird. You got a crazy president, right? And then you got this, and like you got all this turmoil, and then this little.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No. I was talking about one of his friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
So, speaking of Donald Trump being president, did you guys go and vote?
I did.
I do not, but that's fine.
You sounded salty as hell.
I didn't want to. I
question.
wasn't sure if I wanted to divulge that.
I asked that question as a person who didn't vote, but I also blame my employment establishment
In what?
for the ability to
I blame your
So,
educational
your
establishment
job.
for that
Your
one.
job.
Well, I'm trying to be some.
My
I'm trying to be subtle.
Work.
Anyway, yes. So they don't allow time on the clock to go and vote, and I start early and I don't get out early, so it's like I'm trying to
That's crazy.
Wait.
make
what?
some time.
No, because polling place is closed at 7.
Well, listen, it's fucking bad. Like you're out of work.
No
and
goddamn excuse.
Well, okay. I did have another
I
stop
went
to
right
make
before work.
on election day. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fess up to this because realistically, just because election day does not mean that's the only day that I had to vote.
Okay.
I'm a procrastinator of sorts.
I think we all are.
Yeah. So then I waited until election day, and then I was like,
1:48. I started too.
absolutely, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay too.
voting is.
But shout out to people who did because you stripped that Republican House.
Yeah.
Yep. Indeed.
And Paul Ryan's bitch ass.
We needed the Senate,
Indeed.
but we'll take the House.
Yeah, at least there's some kind of balanced power.
Word.
And I love the diversity we have going on too. Now.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, my dad was telling me about some Muslim women who were in Congress.
Yeah, it was like 100 women elected to Congress or whatever. This
and that's what I told him. This is what my problem is too with voting. I'm like, if you give me like a mid-30s representative, right, who is like low middle class, who actually knows about the type of things that I experience in my life, and they're trying to make those kind of adjustments. I don't need an old rich white man in office. I don't need another one. I don't give a fuck what you identify as a Democrat or Republican. If you're an old rich white man, you're not living the same life I am, and why do you want to change anything that has to do with me? You know?
I'll take a Bernie though. I'll take a Bernie. I don't think he wants it. He's
There's not
probably
enough
like, man,
progressive.
fuck that.
There's not enough progressive
We don't have
candidates.
anyone going up against Trump right now in 2020 as far as Democrats go.
Trump's going against himself.
Although Akon said that he is seriously considering the 2020 bid.
Is he born in the U.S.?
I think. I don't know. I'm not
You
even
gotta
sure.
be one.
He gotta be wrong.
Well,
I don't think he knows that.
I mean, no,
I thought he was already from like Senegal. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Akon though. He does a lot of work in Africa.
Yo,
100%.
I am such a big fan.
Yo, that's crazy.
Like,
It's crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Underrated artist too.
Huh?
Underrated artist too.
Yeah,
he was
agreed.
great.
Agreed.
Really good.
So,
Sneakers.
well, hang on. Before we do that real
We got
fast.
sneakers.
Before we do that real fast, there, to, my dismay, there was a lot more music that came out again. I only listened to one album that came out, and I didn't even get through the whole thing yet. The new, why can't I even think of his name now? Oh, Ninth Wonder. Put out a new album.
Didn't even know.
Well, so it isn't just his album. It's a compilation.
Yeah, it is. But I'm saying like he's like the alchemist of
Curator,
this.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that was a good album from what I've heard so far. The first like
man.
10 tracks.
Man,
Uh,
fire.
That's all I've listened to.
Yeah.
But I do suggest that you guys go ahead and throw that on. Have you listened to any of the new music that came out today?
I heard a little bit of the new Too Short.
Okay.
Which
Which I thought was actually pretty surprising. I had no idea new
it
short
surprised the
album
hell out of me, but of course I want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I honestly wasn't even checking for new music today.
Yeah.
I always remember to check at like noon
Right.
on a Friday, and I'm like, fuck. I really wish that we can go back to Tuesday.
Do you think maybe we should
of course.
start addressing the music that came out the previous Friday?
I hear you.
Yeah, I was thinking. Remember we talked about that before.
Yeah, like we listen what came out the previous Friday. We talk about that, and then what came out.
But I also still feel like to some degree we have.
We
to
can
touch
say
on
what came out, and then we'll talk about next week and shit.
Yeah.
What we anticipating talking about.
I got a few things music wise I wanted to mention that came out. Earl Sweatshirt dropped
Okay.
a single called Nowhere to Go.
Okay.
This is his first song in probably like 3-4 years.
Oh,
something
shit.
like that.
Crazy.
His father just passed. I was supposed to see him at Pitchfork Music Festival, like I mentioned earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what episode it was, but he canceled that show due to his father passing and depression being a main factor in that. So Nowhere to Go, name itself, tells you a lot about
Right.
what it's about.
Yeah.
It's just he talks a lot about what he was going through and how he's made it out of it and how he's gonna make music now.
Yeah.
Basically,
Dope.
synopsis, yeah.
Good for him.
The production's crazy. It's like this, like acid tripped out hip hop shit.
I don't know that's your shit.
Yeah, yeah. But Earl just goes in lyrically. It's,
Yeah.
just, it's really nice. There's Smino. He's a Chicago/Ohio artist.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chicago/Ohio.
So he's from Ohio, but he reps Chicago because I think he lived in Chicago for a bit.
Better than repping Ohio.
10 years, something.
Don't rep Ohio.
Well, he's born and raised, so you gotta do that. You gotta rep home.
Can't rep both.
I'm a firm believer in that.
No. But
It's basketball affiliations.
so Smino, his album's called Noir, and I just think it's just really dope. It's a nice introspective album. So
Sure.
and then on a rock note, Grape Tooth. They just dropped a new album. Grape Tooth is they both play in a band called Twin Peaks. It's from Chicago. But this is just a side
the
project.
bullshit, yeah.
Yeah. So Grape Tooth is a side project of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
And it's just a little more vibey. But I'm seeing them on Sunday at Talia Hall. It's a sold out show. They're playing with Dead and Sports Boyfriend. So
Dead Sports Boy.
So it's Sports Boyfriend is the band, but their Instagram is Supports Boyfriend. So it's just funny how they play on that.
Yeah.
But all three of those bands are amazing, and I've never seen any of them. So I'll have some words about that next session on our 20th episode next week.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, 20 coming
Big
next week.
breakthrough coming, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we can get to sneakers and we can wrap this shit up
The
because
show, it's
it's been a long ass Friday.
Yeah.
It's a quick week. Long Friday.
Oh, I do have one more mention. I apologize. My wife and I were with family all day today because she laid to rest her grandfather. Or
Rest
laid
in
her
peace.
grandfather to rest, rather.
Rest
But
in peace.
yeah, so nothing but love to my family and Candace's family.
Indeed.
who is my family, or who are my family. Yeah. So yeah.
Thoughts for you guys? With you guys?
Absolutely. Thoughts and prayers you guys' way.
Yep.
Yeah. So I see you. You switched up.
It snowed, man. So in light of the newest events of the weather,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I said, "Fuck it, I'm wearing boots."
Yeah.
And these are just Nike Manoa boot.
I've never been
ACG?
about Nike boots.
They're not ACG.
There's not. ACG.
There's no ACG.
I was about to say ACGs
anything
are
on there.
kind of ugly to me. but
No,
those-
I got actually a pair of ACGs that
Those
are
are
very
nice,
similar that
though.
I can show you that are very similar to this.
Those are real crisp.
Yeah.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
They look like you haven't worn them in the snow yet.
Yeah, right.
No, they've been worn in the snow. They've been worn in the
What's
snow.
the
Oh,
what is
front
this?
ass snowshoe.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a new buck or whatever.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I figured, fuck it. It snowed, so boots it is.
Boots.
Yeah.
Shout out. All right. Well, you might notice these here from my recent. Well, it's not even recent anymore.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks
review
since that
video.
sneaker review.
Yeah. But these are the Jordan 6 Tinker. They go by like 5 different names when I was
Such a
looking at it.
hilarious name.
I think so too. Tinker is always great. But pause. So
I feel like you have to do that.
yeah.
We don't even pause like that, but you have to pause
Yeah, you
that.
gotta pause that. Yeah, they're comfortable, and the 6s are always a nice shoe. I have 3 pairs now.
I'm willing to
Let's
bet
be-
this is lighter than those.
Maybe. We can check that out afterwards. I don't feel like trading shoes during the podcast.
No, I just mean like in terms of weight.
Yeah.
6 is heavy.
I mean, you heard what I had to say about them as far as aesthetics go.
Right.
And they're comfortable. It's what you expect from a Jordan Retro.
Those are
to
just
be
such
honest.
a nice shoe.
Yeah, I mean, the quality of the leather and everything like that has come up hard. So
What about you, Dave? I see you got your shiny shoes on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got my Cole Haans.
For sure, though.
Yeah, Cole Haan. I love that brand.
You're the second person to say that within the last 24 hours to me.
Yeah.
what? Kohan?
They also have really nice clothes too. Their clothing is just top notch.
I'd agree with that. I've had a few pair of their shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, that's all I got.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Shout
Just
out.
some nice brown leather. You know, light brown leather. Cole Haans.
Shout out to Kohan, Nike, and Target for keeping us laced.
Hell yeah.
Socks.
Because this shirt is from Target.
Well, what?
Get you one.
Oh, shout out to the Supercar Mafia. I bought this shirt in hopes to win the car that is connected to it. So
Okay.
we'll give that and Stradman.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Stratman.
That's
That
pretty
dude's
cool.
dope.
Yeah. He's something else.
Indeed.
Praise.
All right. Well,
Let's get the fuck
everybody,
out of here.
let's close this thing out. Maybe I can get through an outro without interruptions. We'll see what happens.
Do that.
So shout out to the YouTube viewership and every new person we gained or stand to gain, and everybody who's returned. We appreciate your support. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Follow us if you haven't already on Instagram, Twitter, and our individual accounts. The Kiona and Kasson podcast has its own page. Just look up Kiona and Kasson, you'll find them. And then my personal Instagram handle is at @AA_Kawash. Over here we got @O_Kawash, and it's not written underscore, it's actually like the line. And then @BeatsandBrews312 for my boy Dave over here.
Okay.
Thank y'all. Have a good week, good weekend.
Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Ha, ciao.
It's been a long day. Thank y'all for viewing.
Thank you all.
Peace.
Peace.